Alright, so in this section we're going to be discussing paper. Paper is cool. It's like, we've already seen it with buttons and some of the other things where, I think it was buttons, where it kind of gives us like, it at least reminds me of that, how things pop out at the page when you're looking at them. And paper by itself, I personally haven't used. I'm like, oh, I need paper for this solution. But for other kinds of components that Material UI uses, you will see the use of paper to make things stand out. So the documentation I think is okay for this, but I'm going to show you like a real rough and dirty example to get you going, because I think for theirs they just show you these squares, and that's fine and all, but it doesn't really like inspire you like what's going to go there. So let's just make a really junky quick example. So we're going to make paper. We're going to do this. We're going to come down and let's do, this is our first paper. And we see that it just looks kind of like this underline here. Looks like there's something curving at the end. But let's do some more experimentation with this. So I would use typically the make style, or make styles I should say, from the Material UI library. But since I'm just doing this quick and dirty, I will code it straight into here. So let's go through. Let's give this an elevation of 3. And you're going to see what we're talking about here. So we see that we now have this rectangular piece of paper here. We see the elevation changes. So let's come down here to 0. And you can see it's basically nothing. Why use it? But I think it goes up to 24. And at that point, it's just crapping out shadow everywhere. Yeah. So you kind of want to watch out with the elevation amount, I guess, because that's pretty dominant for it coming out. So you can use it from 0 to 24. Once again, find your level of comfort as you use this thing, because like I said in other videos, depending upon what's surrounding this paper, you may not want to take away, or you may be wanting to take away people's attention from certain areas and bring it in here. It's all up to you. But say you don't want to use elevation. Say this shadow thing is just it's not good, it's not working for you. So what's something else that you could do? Well, you don't have to make it pop out of the back of the page. You could just come in and type in variant, like a lot of these things have, and we can see elevation, which is the default, or we could do outlined. And now we have a very boring outlined, but yeah, piece of paper. And that is essentially paper in a nutshell. You may use it on your own, just because I say I don't use it a lot. Oh, I guess I have an update. Just because I don't use it directly all the time, there's other components that I do use that inject paper into it, like I said. So have fun using this, and like, share, subscribe, and all that other jazz.